Hey everybody, it's Nikos here from the Spartan Trader Academy. I want to do our weekly outlook, and I have some products and pairs that I'm looking at right now, waiting for some big swing trading setups. I already took some positions, especially on gold, but I look to reinstate those positions. So what I'm doing here is using the daily chart to start with. Like always, when we do our top-down approach on the weekly chart, we're looking for the main direction. We already know that the weekly chart has changed, like the price has changed on the weekly chart. It broke our weekly line months ago, and now in March we had a little bit of a range. Price bouncing on the 36, creating a steeper 1, 2, 3 here. And again, on daily charts now, we have two different things kind of on the daily, the combination between the daily and the weekly, I mean. So on the weekly chart, price is moving up, but we're having this one red candle here, and that could mean that if this week this candle is closing red and price is moving lower, that we might see a retracement on the weekly chart. Therefore price will not move higher, and it might move down 300-400 points, maybe even more, to find the combination of our 236 EMA in combination again with our trend line. So this whole area will be support, but as long as that's not confirmed, we don't worry. Now again, I get often emails and questions, why are you using the higher time frames? What is the weekly chart? Nobody uses this. So let me quickly explain for the new traders. Higher time frames are giving you the real direction. The higher time frame is showing you what's really going on the chart, and those time frames are used by the big players, the really big ones, not the ones with $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 account. I'm talking about really big ones, and banks and all the guys that are trading for the banks and big institutions. So those time frames, weekly and daily, is something you want to start using for your analysis if you want to trade in the direction of the real trend. Okay, just in a nutshell. So on the daily chart, we consider, of course, the retracements and everything, but we have a 1, 2, 3, a big 1, 2, 3. Then we had our Brexit thing going on, another 1, 2, 3 here on the daily chart, and price is sitting on support. We have our third touch on this line. We have the 36 EMA. We have some previous highs in this area, not exactly here, but in this area. So this whole area is acting as support. What we need to see is the break, like price bouncing in this support area, and then the break of our trend line and this 2 to 3 line on this 1, 2, 3, so we can start looking for longs and continue taking positions to buy gold. Right now, in case price does break this area here, then we want to look for shorts, aggressive kind of intraday trading, because it would be still a retracement on the weekly chart. So if price is moving down, our target for the short traders, I won't do it, by the way. I don't like to trade against main moves, so there's not that much air between the entries we are going to get below here in support. So if it goes down, I will just wait for the price to hit this area. I will not look for 1 hourly or 4 hourly short setups or intraday combinations. I just want to see price hitting this area, and if I see that it wants to move a little bit lower or bounce on here, then I might think about some longs again later on. But right now, my focus is still on this area of support. Price breaks this support, I'm looking for longs. If it moves down, then I don't do anything. Okay. Now silver, yes, same story. We have an uptrend for sure, but it moved already 600, 400, 550 points up, more or less. Previous moves were like 200-300 points. So we might expect a bigger retracement. We don't know, but we could expect it. So if price does not move high on the daily, and it breaks that, when we're looking for shorts to target this line. Okay. Now on the daily chart, you'll see what I mean. Here's the 36. We have steep setups. Price is moving fast. The extension of this line is here. And if price moves lower and bounces off this line here, so we have a combination of this line and the 36 range, maybe, I don't know. If price does something like that, then of course we'll consider the longs here. If price breaks that, now you have a bigger window here compared to gold. If we get nice setups, clean setups on the 4-hourly, 1-hourly chart to trade the retracement on the weekly, we can then after that break and the setup below here, look for shorts, target this. Okay? Some other pairs, okay, this one is not that important right now. I just want to go with you over some possible soon setups. Now if price breaks that line, of course, this is a big weekly short 1 to 3. If it's starting to range and break, then we look for shorts and target the horizontal here. But there are little other things to consider, not important right now. USD yen sitting at resistance. Again, look at the weekly chart. This pair loves to bounce on the 12 EMA right now. It's very volatile and drawing different lines in a different angle, ending up still in the same area more or less, means that this whole area is major resistance for us. So two things we want to do here. First of all, we want to draw our support line like that. If the price decides to break that and move lower, okay, then we want to look for setups. We don't want to take it off the daily chart unless we do low risk. Maybe 4-hourly, 1-hourly setup below here to start targeting first the previous low on the daily chart, and then in extension we can even go to the monthly chart and look for horizontal support. This is a big drop, right? So another area of support would be those lows from 2007 in combination with 2010 highs and some spikes here. This whole area, the 95 area, would be the long-term target for the shorts. Okay, back to the daily. Now if price does not move down, we don't get our red candles, and it's actually going up and breaking all those lines. It didn't do that before, but if, then we really want to consider a setup on the 4-hourly chart, a good one with a good retracement of 50% to here. And then we look for bounce and the setup to go long again. If we have to go long, resistance is closer, kind of. We have the 6 and the 200 EMA in combination with horizontal support and resistance. So for sure, your next target is this area. Okay. The euro US dollar, we're still short on this one. Tiny position left. It's still the bigger range, but long-term target are for me the lows from 2050. Right, we got it. We got them here and here, and it's still pushing slowly towards this area. So right now it's a win-win scenario taken on the 4-hourly chart, the position. It is still going. You can draw your lines if you don't like. As long as the 36 is holding, we stay. If it decides to change, then of course we can either take the stop and place it closer, like to break even, or a little bit lower. It would be still over the 36 EMA, or we wait for that possible retracement and we get the bounce, and on the bounce we start trading again the shorts, or keep at least the remaining position to target the long-term goal down here. Okay, I put the target a little bit higher than the lowest points here on this range, just to make sure, depending on the volatility. And now all the GBP pairs, as I said also in the live room last week, are ranging because of the Brexit scenario. Yes, first reaction is always cable dropping, and there were some good profits to make quickly for day traders, you know, getting in and out fast kind of. But now that it is calming down, we don't know if we will get a big retracement or a small retracement. And a chart that looks like that we don't want to trade. We want to see either a good 1 to 3, a short 1 to 3 with a good retracement and then price going lower, or clean break and then setups on the 4 hourly, 1 hourly chart to trade the retracement. So we don't touch it right now. On GBP, that goes for many GBP connected pairs, let's say. So in this case, we have GBPUSD daily, right? Oops, sorry. So if I draw a line below here, and it's smoothly retracing like that, and it's getting close to my line at 36, price is likely to bounce and give us a big red candle. In this case, we can take the lower time frames again to look for short setups, but that won't happen today. So we have it on the watch list, but we don't touch it right now. If day traders want to trade still, the retracement is a little bit tricky because of the lack of volatility now today because it's Monday, but the previous 1 to 3s smoothly in combination with the 5-minute 1 hourly chart worked out fine. It's losing steam right now, but if you get another 1 to 3, of course you can try to trade against the main trend. Ideally, I want to go with the main trend. GBPJPY, same scenario. We either get the 2 to 3 line break and price is moving lower, or it will move up. In this case, if it goes up and breaks that line, I will not touch it because I don't like the fact that the really big weekly resistance line is close by. I want to see what happens if price breaks this area. If we get good looking setups and volatility, we'll talk again. Right now we don't touch it unless it's breaking down and we trade with the main short. GBP New Zealand dollar, same scenario. You see some pairs connected to GBP are really looking more or less the same. Euro New Zealand dollar, here we still wait for the retracement. This is the weekly chart, so there is still room between here and here, 500 points. On the daily chart, it's sitting at the 36 resistance, so we need to see if we get a break here, then lower time frame longs. Do it like this for you. We already got entries here. What you really need is a good break of this line. For shorts, you have to change the angle of those 2 to 3 line looking like that. Now that you have a new touch, you can draw the line like this and get rid of that one. And if it moves up against the main trend, if it moves down, it would be nicer. There's a lot of space here to look for maybe 1 hourly short setup and then take this one short. Okay, Australian dollar, US dollar. I'm not too fond of this one. It's, look at this. I mean, yes, there's a daily. You can draw a line like that, and if we see a break, it's not moving lately. The last couple of days, like it's slowing down. Makes sense, of course. It is support. So if we get a nice powerful candle that breaks this line and it's changing the color, of course we can look for lower time frame, 1 hourly, 4 hourly, maybe longs to go long. If it goes down, there's too much in between support and stuff. I wouldn't touch it until it's reaching the horizontal line in combination with this line somewhere here, and then we look again. Okay, Monday, remember, can be a slow day. It's not always too volatile, so it's a good day to prepare the charts for your trading. EuroCAD, it's really stuck in the wedge. We still wait for those breakouts, so we don't do anything here. Remember, everybody wants to trade, but nobody wants to wait. So that rhymes actually. Wow. So if you want to trade this pair, let me just draw the lines. You really need a good break of this wedge here. Even if it's breaking a little bit, it could go back. So ideally, I would really like to see a bigger setup that is pointing out and visible on the daily chart, even if it happens on the 4-hourly, this wedge must kind of, break either up or down. And about the waiting part, nobody likes to wait, but if you trade, you'll see it. If you're new to trading, if you're old or more experienced, you know already. But if you're new, you will see that every time you don't wait, don't follow your plan and just blindly trade, mostly you give back your profits and then you have to start from scratch. So best scenario, you at break even all the time, which is not good. So make sure if there is nothing to trade, if there's no setup according to the system, to your system, if you have your own one or whatever, don't touch it. Just don't trade. Wait for the signals. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, we have this big weekly 1, 2, 3 making major support on the weekly chart. So really on the daily, if you are short still, it has still room. It could move easily another 100 plus pips before it might bounce. So if it bounces and we get some good signals, either bounce setups or other setups after the bounce, I will for sure look for long trades here. If not, if it's just sliding across, we might wait for a break. So this is not for today, so I don't have to discuss it. One other pair, the US dollar, the Turkish lira. Because of what is happening in Turkey lately, we got some volatility here, and this moved up quick, about 3,000 something points. We get our first daily red candle. So looking at this, this might give us, if that candle is closing like this, a bigger retracement, therefore something to trade after daily 1, 2, 3. Maybe not. So we just pay attention, wait for this later on in the week, seeing what's going on. Okay, and then we have another one, the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. We had like short bounce trades here on this big wedge. Now it looks like it's moving slowly lower. So if you want to get into any trades here, you need a confirmation now, because the bounce has already happened up there. What you want to do is, if you want to trade the range short and you don't want to trade the long 1, 2, 3s, then you have to wait for a lower high, some sign that this is nothing, just a breather. And then for short setups to target this would be like range trading and not the classic 1, 2, 3 trading. The major support was here, touches on the lower time frames and price reached this area. But after the break, we don't have that much volatility to the upside, of course, not at all. So if you want to trade up, I wouldn't touch it probably today, because I don't like how it looks here. It's not much volatility here. We need at least a break of this for shorts, but for longs you need at least a 1 hourly setup over the 36 to go long. Okay, that's it, guys. That's most of the pairs that I'm looking at, waiting for some setups this week. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, let us know. Send us an email, info@spartantraderfx.com. We also want to remind you that we have a big live workshop in Greece in October, island of Santorini. Let me just give me a sec. Okay, here we go. So you see it's like SpartanTraderFX.com. It says Greek/Tycoon here, minus Tycoon. So you can find it on the website. Okay, we give you all details, because some people said, hey, where can I find it? It's right there. You can even just go to our new sexy looking homepage. Let me just do it for you. You see what happens if you scroll a little bit down. Below the courses, you will find it there. It says from the blog, so trade with us in Greece. When you click it, it will bring you right to the website. Okay, you can also now do it from here. It's probably easier. Just click this and it will open up. Okay, and here's the video, and below, if you click again, you get all the details. It's all there. Okay, guys, hope to see you there. Have a great week, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.